my college roommate, he was a bareback rider, and we rodeoed together. But he was a Marine, and he got out of boot camp, and he's sitting in the airport on 9/11, and so he was, I think he was one of the first ones in Iraq, and so he's and 1,000%, you can speak to this better than I can, but they step off the back of that Amtrak for the first firefight, and it's everyone's first firefight. There was just no one. So all you guys like experienced it for the first time, and so I guess that's where the question, me thinking about first time, like even your CO, like he's just not been, maybe hung around.
Oh, it's completely different.
In the SEAL teams,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
By the time some of the stuff you went in, like you're going in there, these guys, they've all through y'all,
Right.
Well, even in their training in the SEAL teams, they use live fire.
They shoot at us.
So
we're in the butt when we're
guarding
each other's
So you
targets.
guys y'all have another layer.
Here's the deal. Is like you kind of get an idea about that. It's kind of like watching the videos on SEAL training or watching somebody bull ride.
Absolutely.
And then actually getting out there and doing it.
Yeah.
And you talking about the first time I ever got shot at, I remember it. You're damn right. It was different.
What was going through your head?
What is happening? Because when the bullets are flying past you, that's what sounds like that bullwhip cracking. That'll get closer, right? But when it's personal, you know it.
Yes,
like first time someone was trying to shoot at me to kill me, and I was like, okay, all right. And then you never forget it.
Yes, sir.
So immediately when there's people always like, hey man, that war face you got is terrifying. I was like, mine's my scared face, okay? My scared face looks like I just had to make it look freaking mean, all right? And I've had to show it so many times, it's not even funny, bro. Even after I had my ass whipped on the mountain and I came back and the first gunfight I got in again, I'll never forget, we got back to camp. And the new guy's like, hey man, you took a knee, I was scared to death, I saw you up there, everything was cool. I was like, keep thinking that. Because when I first got back, I was like, what am I doing back here? Yeah. This madness. And then
what am I doing back here?
Yeah, what did I come back here? This madness, I had to deal with this. And then sure enough, but you get back up, you look around, and just like with your buddies, man. Like Cowboy creates a team environment where you depend on them dudes to save your life. They're from all walks of life. Most people don't even care about them. Don't even know their names.
Yes,
I've known guys my whole life, I didn't even know their damn name.
Yes,
somebody would say, I'm like, who are you talking about?
They just know nicknames.
And I'm like, all right. And I mean, if you ranch set up like a buds training, right? Like that's what you do. You mentor kids. It's just everyone looks at what they're training in is what they're supposed to learn. But what it teaches you is completely different. Like getting on that bull and just getting the moxie to get in there and do that.
Absolutely.
Teaches you something about yourself that we don't talk about. You don't write it down. It doesn't even talk. They don't say it.
Yes, sir.
Because it's different for everybody. It's like that lesson is different for everybody. The scare, the happy, the laugh. Like, I mean, I was laughing so hard in chaos. What is that bad? Well, that's freaking weird. You know what I mean? But then it kept happening. So you're like, all right, well, then I was designed for this because I don't have a problem being in it. Now, if you're constantly on the edge and terrified and not anxious, because those are different. Fear and anxiousness are different. Like once you get good enough to know you're supposed to be on that horse, and you can go out there and do it, buck or not.
You have to be real about the danger, but then there's I think you had said, is it a difference in fear and afraid?
Anxiousness and fear, and they run off the same gland. It's like people come in and like, hey man, is that dangerous? Nah, you're gonna become like, it's the most dangerous damn thing you're ever gonna get into.
Right.
That's why I do it. You know what I mean? Like when we go into the SEAL teams, like, hell no, yeah, I'll kill you.
Absolutely.
Damn right I will. That's why we're here. Because
Yes,
it's hard, but the reward is something like you can't believe, and that's what people don't understand. If you haven't actually been into mayhem, let it touch you, and that's what you do every day on a ranch. Chaos. If you haven't let that touch you, then you haven't been changed. You're just sitting around here idling by. Everybody wears one of these. That's why there's a difference between a crown and a baseball cap.
Yes, sir.
You got that? Now the animals give you that.
Well, and I have to kind of tell these interns, like, especially the ones that haven't been around it before they come in, like, hey, you could die, like it's absolutely a different conversation than going into SEAL teams.
Right.
But like in bull riding, like, look, man, this is, before we do this, like you need to sign this paper, but like just real talk, like, or maybe, some people might even call it worse, like you just, something else happened and you don't die, but you can't use your, leg, like there's some real, scenarios here that you've got to take into consider. And then from that point forward, it's like, all right, we're going to work at training properly to mitigate that risk,
Sure.
but there's still a danger factor there.
It's only safety protocols till you train it enough to where it's inside of you.
Yes,
you can
sir.
practice good enough till you get good at it, or you practice till you're not bad at it.
Yes, sir.
This is the Team Never Quit podcast. So buckle up, Buttercup.